thank you so much for tuning in to listen from two budding professional coaches. So we'll be here for 20 minutes sharing our small journey. But before we get into more of discussion, let me just give you a perspective of the journey that we have had. So the two of us, we joined the Regal ACC course on August 10th and completed the mandated classroom training by November, finished up our 100 hours of practice by the first week of Jan, and then now we are just on the verge of going in for the examination, okay, which hopefully both of us will come through by the end of this month. And that has been our extremely engaging and beautiful journey. And that is what we'll be talking for the next 20 odd minutes. But before we get into more of it, let me introduce my friend Sumeet Shandilya. He is been a senior leader in the hoteling industry for more than 2 decades. And then sometime last year, he decided that he wants to go on and on because it's his passion to help people. And he thought being in the industry would not help him to go on that purpose for long. So he has floated his own firm now, which is focusing on helping senior leaders in any industry on soft skills, which is extremely important for their success as leaders. And of course, coaching will be also one of the areas where he'll be continuously working. And he's based out of 𝗥𝗲𝗴𝗹. So nice to have you here along with me. You have been a great buddy for the last 6 months.
Yeah, hi everyone. People who are joining Regal Live. Jacob, thank you for the introduction. I never knew Jacob, before August. He was a stranger, and now he's a friend, mentor, peer, buddy as well. But professionally, Jacob is a senior HR professional, leader with SKF India. He is based out of Pune. More than 3.5 decades of experience in core HR and IR in manufacturing. He recently also authored a book, which is very practical. I read the book, and you should go ahead and read the book as well. I think it's been a great journey for this ACC so far, Jacob.
So Sumit, thank you so much for painting that good picture about me. But let me ask you one thing. I mean, we have both traveled last 6 months together, and you have been there in the industry for long. What was it that drove you? What is the driver which made you decide to come for this professional coaching training?
Jacob, wonderful question. I think I will take you back to 2018. I was in Kenya running 2 hotels, and we won the award in one of the categories for the best hotels. And I remember I was in the conference room about to take the award on behalf of the team. And, I went up to the stage with my owner of the property. And I remember people are clapping. I took the award. I had no feeling. I mean, I was blank, and I felt nothing at that time. And my owner is standing next to me, and he was that time was 75 years, and he said, jokingly, he whispered into my ear, and he said, "I'm not dead. Why are you not smiling?" And And that question, I think, why I was not happy receiving that award. Um, and of course, fast forward, I reflected back, one question lead to another. Uh, 2018 was the first time I was assigned a coach. Before that, I never knew what coaching was. That coach, we partnered together, and then he changed my perspective about a lot of things. Uh, and when I moved from A to B because of a coach, and afterwards, of course, I was assigned several coach during the career. I thought it's a good. First, I think I found my purpose of helping people in whatever ways I can, and coaching was a no-brainer then. Uh, that's how I think the seed of coaching came into my life. But how about your journey? I mean, we've been there 6 months in this ACC journey together. What have you discovered about yourself?
Oh, Sumit, it's been a wonderful 6 months. I mean, personally, I think I learned more than what I did in maybe 30, 35 years as a HR professional. The biggest learning was how to stay as a learner all the while. So when we started, I thought it's like you are a big guy in the industry and you can just go and just get the certificate. Okay. But in the first session itself, the first day got grounded, and then it opened up the very clear mindset that I have to be a learner all through. And I think that is what has actually helped me to go through in this. And that changed the perspective for me. And it's helping me not only personally, but also professionally. Second thing, which actually I have actually learned in this whole thing, is to be non-judgmental of people and situations. So I'll be very candid that I was a kind of a person who would quickly jump to judgments about people and situations. But now I am in a position where I can very purposefully be non-judgmental. And that's made a sea change in my own paradigm about everything in life. And it's affecting, I mean, I'm seeing the difference in all kinds of relationship, whether it's at home, whether it's at work, whether it's with friends. It's really helping. But the most important thing which I actually picked up during this thing, to speak less and listen more. I remember the first practice session we had on August 10th, and Subramani saying, Jacob, you spoke for 80% of the time. That was a huge eye-opener for me, because I never realized that I speak so much. And now I've really learned how to just be silent, listen to what others are saying intently, without thinking as to what should be the answer that I should give. Just be there. Just listen intently to the words. And that has really helped me during this entire process. Okay. And I would say, had it not been for this journey, maybe I would have been the old self. And that would have actually not really helped me. So it's been a wonderful learning and self-awareness. That's the most thing. Okay, forget about the skill and all those things. Of course, that's important. But this 3-4 things which has actually kind of transformed me. And I'm seeing the benefit of it. I'm much more calmer. Don't get anxious in any kind of situations. I'm able to think calmly because I can focus on the present and not worry about the past and the future. So it's been wonderful. Wonderful journey for me. But all that said, you have been in the industry for a long, long time as a very senior leader, and you have traveled the world. I mean, the last I know that you are in US and then you came back, and that is where you decided to hang up the boots. So, as a senior leader, practitioner for so long at the top, what are the skills that you have picked up in this last 6 months?
Yeah, I think so. If you have asked this question, 10 years back, I would have said I have not picked up any skill because I was, those times where that I know everything. From I know everything to now, and that the only thing I know is I know nothing, and that transformation over mainly during this last 6 months, I think a couple of skills I have learned is, of course, humility. um, One very important skill which I learned was journaling during this coaching journey. And it's hard, and I'm still trying to catch up with that skill, but at least I picked up a little bit of it. And in general, I think what I've also picked up or honed as a skill is asking the right questions. And that is not only in coaching, that is in life in general. Also, I've taken the plunge as an entrepreneur. I think asking the right questions to various stakeholders is the skill I think I have learned during this journey, and trying to practice and kind of become better at it.
So, asking the right questions, I think it must be I would say, difficult skill to pick up for people like you and me who have been there at leadership roles for a long time, because we have been so used to just giving people asking us questions and we just being there as the gurus and giving answers. So that must be a real mindset shift required for this picking up this skill.
Yeah, I think, and most of us in corporate roles, I think, by at least 90% of us, I think, you know and I would not shy away from saying this, is I think we have the answers already in the mind. If somebody else, the other people is asking, we already having an answer in the mind, but which is shifted to being more curious, and being, having the perspective from the other side as well. And these are skills, I think these are life skills. Forget the coaching part. I think these skills are, I wish I would have known these skills 20 years ago. Life would have been much different. So Jacob, ours were we were the online batch in August. Tell me something about being online, and studying, and the ACC. How was it for you?
So this was I think the best learning program that I have gone through in my entire career, because me as a person, if I was supposed to do this as a 4-day continuous in-person session, maybe by the afternoon of the third day, I would be half asleep, losing my interest. But in this case, because we were doing it, one thing was that we were doing it from the comfort of our homes. So absolutely relaxed. There was no travel, nothing. So that was a big support. And if you look at the way it was designed, it was on weekends. So absolutely no pressure of any calls from office, no meetings missed, didn't have to take any leave, didn't have to make any excuses at office. So absolutely peaceful time. I mean, to be at home on the weekends, and then of course the way the technology was being used, we could easily move into breakout rooms for practices. We could have online practice sessions, and it really helped, because one important thing is that the spacing out. So whatever we learned on one weekend, we had almost 2 weekends in between for us to put it into practice and actually see how it works, rather than just cramming everything together and then not really practicing it. And then, of course, superb mentor, Mani, and Subhash pitching in at the right time to give you that extra dose wherever required. It's been very effective for me, and I would vouch that for me, having gone through so many programs, I mean, in India and abroad, everywhere, this was one of the best programs, and online really worked for me. And I think it's the same for you. That's why we never lost the steam. I mean, completing the entire 100 hours in less than 6 months and all. Kudos to us. I will give a pat to both of us. And that goes because the whole program was interesting and superb Mani and Subhash behind it. So that was my total belief that online works. It proved.
Yeah. I also...
Sumeet. Yeah, please go on.
No, go ahead.
So you have gone through so many training programs. I mean, so many different kinds of certifications also you have got. But what is it different that you have seen in Regal Unlimited?
That is a wonderful question, Jacob. I think in my experience of this journey and this program with Regal, I think it's very immersive, the way it is designed. Of course, you learn in the class, but you also learn outside the class, right? I think there's a support system with Regal. I think they do a lot of networking and support to the aspiring coaches during this journey, and a lot of you can reach out to Subhash and Mani at any time, or any of the admins. I mean, they say Regal as, I mean, I was enrolling into it. It's really ROI of enchantment, and they do it with heart. I mean, of course, it is their passion in which they do. I thoroughly enjoyed the entire curriculum, and I mean, I have a long list of thank yous, starting with Subhash, and then Mani was amazing. The way he conducted these online sessions, I think in my 25 years of career, I have not seen anyone doing it. And then the entire Regal team, the marketing team, the admin team, the transcriptors, the mentor coaches, and of course the cohort support system. Don't you agree with me?
Absolutely. How can we forget Sonia? She was there behind from day one. I mean, whenever we had, I mean, at least for a person like me with technical glitches, stupid questions, and she was there always supporting. And I think in this whole journey, we have created a fraternity where we today feel that there is a lot of intellectual, exercise happening. I mean, right from that Tuesday thoughts, which Mani never forgets to put up. It's so I mean, invigorating, energizing, and makes you really think in a very non-threatening ecosystem and environment. I mean, it's been a fantastic journey till now, and I'm sure that this relation and the support will continue. At least two of them will always be there as part of our lives. At least for me, it's for sure, Subhash and Mani.
Yeah. So what is, you want to, one takeaway, or, one thing you want to say to the future, aspiring coaches is about this program?
Just don't go here and there. Go to Regal Unlimited. That's one place you can go with total trust. You'll be taken care of. and you'll feel valued as a learner. Not that you are just a passing day. You are valued as a learner, and that becomes extremely important. So I think that's been a wonderful situation for all of us.
All right. I think we have reached the time. Thank you, Jacob, and thank you, Regal, for hosting us. Thank you very much, guys.
Hey, thank you, and bye bye to all of you.
Bye bye.